This conference will now be recorded.
So let us learn about quality function deployment. Quality function deployment is used in define phase, most probably when you want to select the right CTQ. So you have got so many CTQs. Now, which CTQ you should select? If you draw your CTQ tree, you've got your voice of customers. You have collected the voice of customer, and once there are so many voices converted into measures, there can be 4 or 5 measures. Now, which CTQ is most important? Which CTQ is the best CTQ? Which represents the voice of customer? So how would you collect? How would you determine that? You will determine by using QFD, quality function deployment. Quality function deployment is also used in DMAT-DV, define, measure, analyze, design, and validate. When you are designing something new for the first time, or when we are trying to redesign the whole process, so scrap the existing process and redesign the whole process. So in that case, we'll be using quality function deployment in the define phase of DMAT-DV. Let us take a simple example first. Let us say we want to design a whiteboard marker. Whiteboard marker. Okay. The first thing what we would do is, first we will check with the customer. We'll check with the customer, what do the customers want in a whiteboard marker? What is the requirement of the customers? Also known as voice of customers. And the customers might tell us that the pen should write smoothly. So they may say that writes smoothly. Then they may also say that it should be easy to hold. So in this case, you write easy to hold. Okay. Then they may also say that the pen should not leak. Okay. They may also say that it should be odorless. Sometimes that ink really smells a lot, so it should be odorless, and it should be also light. It should not be too heavy. Now, how would I satisfy the needs of the customers? So I'll go to the technical team, and technical team determines there are so many CTQs, so many measures. Now, which measures will correctly capture the needs of the customer? So there are so many measures, and these measures could be, so I can just write these measures here. And before that, we can also rank. So before I select the possible measures, I can also rank the needs of the customers on 1 to 5 scale. So I'll ask, say, 10 customers, or maybe 20 or 30, or maybe 100 customers, if I can get access to so many of them, that please rate those needs: riding smoothly, easy to hold, no leakage, odorless, light, it should be light, all these things. Which of them is most important, which of them is the least important? Or 1 to 5 scale, where you would be 4, 3, 5. And then these 10 people, they give some ratings, and let us say that the first one, they write smoothly, it should be high, so it's like 4.9. So instead of writing in decimals to make my calculations easy, I will just put it as whole number. But that doesn't mean that it cannot be, the average generally will be in decimals. So usually the numbers will be like 1, 1.6, 1.8, average of all the ratings. That's what we have to write. So I'll just write here as in whole number, and let's put 4.8 as say 5. This is 5. Easy to hold can be 4. No leakage, also 4. Odorless, yeah, it should be a little bit of odor is okay. It should be light. Well, yeah, it is important, but not so important. And then now have a look at how will I fulfill the needs of the customer? What are the technical requirements? What are the measures? So one of the measures should be the length of the pen, the width of the diameter of the pen. Yeah, the diameter of the pen. The chemical composition of the ink. I can write that chemical composition of the ink, right? And then we can also write the weight of the uh, pen, and so on and so forth. So I'm just taking few examples. The needs may be more, and even the CTQs can be more too. Now I will see how well these CTQs, these measures, these are the measures, right? These are the measures, these are the CTQs. How well these CTQs are able to capture the needs of the customer. I'll classify them as low, medium, and high. To convert that into number, I will say one, 3, and 9. So low means 1, 3 means medium, and 9 means high. Length of the pen and writing smoothly. Well, I don't think they are correlated, so I'll just leave it. Diameter and writing smoothly. Maybe holding the pen might affect the smoothness of writing. Maybe it's low. Chemical composition of the ink. Yes, it is very much related. Weight and writing smoothly, maybe related a little bit. Easy to hold. Yes, length would be highly correlated. Diameter will be highly correlated. Chemical composition of the ink is not correlated at all. Weight of, yes, weight, it is highly correlated. Then no leakage. Length and diameter may not have too much impact, or they're not going to express that particular need of the customer so well. But chemical composition, of course, that's 9. Then weight of the pen, no leakage, weight, I don't think they're related. Odorless, not related to length and diameter, but chemical composition, of course, it is related. And weight, well, not related. Light, length, yes, it is related. Diameter, related. Chemical composition, yeah, mildly related, but not so much. So I'll put, say, 1 or 2, maybe 3. Yeah. And weight is here. Weight is here. How much? Light and weight, of course, it's 9. Now what we will do, we will multiply these numbers. It's 1 multiplied by ranking. So this is known as importance ranking. I'll just write it, importance ranking. This is the importance ranking of the customers, by the customers. And 1 multiplied by 5 is 5. Here it is 45. Here it is 5. Then here it is 36, 36, and 36. And this is 36. And this is 27. And this is, here it is 18, 18, and 6, and 18. And then I will take the sum total. And if I just add up the chemical composition CTQs, comes to around 18. 18 plus 4 is 18 plus 6, right? 18 plus 6 is 24. So 4, 2, 6, 114. And I think this is the highest, right? So I would say that this CTQ is the most important CTQ. And if I were to take a project, let us say if it were a DMAC project, I would say This is one very, very important and most important CTQs. I should focus on it. If I'm not really performing there, well, then I should take a project there. And if I'm doing well in terms of chemical composition of ink, then I should proceed to next CTQ, other CTQs. If I'm designing a pen, then I will focus on chemical composition. That is the most important factor, which is going to affect my affect the capturing of the needs of the customer. And that is one of the most technical specification, most important technical specification, which is going to take care of my customers' needs. If we look at some other examples, let us look at some other examples too. So we are talking about the quality function deployment here, and as I told you, it is also known as house of quality. It looks like a house. You'll soon see why. It looks like a house. As I told you earlier, it's a graphical tool summarizing information from customers about customers' requirements. And it is a good way to check the CTQs against the customer requirements and use competitive data. So if you have competitive data also from other competitors, you can even incorporate that into the QFD. It looks like this. House of quality looks like a house. It has got many rooms. It has got 7 rooms. Let us see each room one by one. The first room is the customer's requirements. So we'll take 2 examples. One example, a very quick example. QFD for lunch preparation. Suppose you are running an online, say, supply chain of lunch preparation or supplying lunch to the people. So if I focus only on the lunch, the customers say that it should fill up, should taste good, etc. These are all the requirements. Should be easy to clean up, should not cost too much. And how I will measure it. So CTQ measures are here. Weight of the portion, percentage of nutrition requirements, it should have met blindfolded jury taste rating. It should be tasty, basically. Ingredient cost is important technical specification. Preparation time, number of ingredients, measurements, number of dishes used, etc. So these are all the CTQs. Now we also ask the importance rating from the customers about all the needs. So these are the importance ratings. And then I have got how well these CTQs are able to measure what the customers want. So I have given those numbers and multiplied, and finally I got that this is the most important CTQ. Weight of the portion is very, very important CTQ. So this is not for online restaurant. It is like a restaurant where you have to go and eat your lunch. So in this case, weight of the portion is very, very important. But if I am doing an online restaurant, running an online requirements, then how the QFD would look like. Let us have a look at that. So here, room number 1. So room number 1 lists the key customer needs, identified the voice of customer research. So I list down easy order placement is the process. Some company called M&S Incorporated, easy order placement. Now, what do the customers want? I need to place orders when I want. I need to place orders from any location. I need to be able to place orders using different technologies. I want an easily understandable process. I don't want to go through many steps. I want to know immediately if an order is confirmed. I need to be able to get help if I have questions. And then importance ratings is also given for each of the needs. Okay. Then in room number 3, so we have got room number 1. Now room number 3, we list down the CTQs. So what are the possible CTQs? How will I measure what my customer wants? Percentage of customer desired technology supported, number of hours help facilities available, number of process steps, percentage information about completed order status accessible by the customer, percentage historical information not requiring re-entry. Because if I order once, I should not, a second time when I'm ordering, I don't have to give my address, etc. again and again. Number of hours access is available, and these are the CTQs. And now I move on to the next one, next step. Then room number 4, I have to see the relationships. So we have written down the relationships, and once we have written down the relationships, we have calculated those values, and I can see that this is the most important CTQ. What is that? Percentage of customer desired technology supported. So I'll be focusing on this CTQ mode. When I'm designing, I will take special care there. And if I'm trying to improve a process, and if I'm in need of, I'm searching for the right CTQ, then this will be my CTQ. Room number 2 can describe how the customers perceive your organization as compared to the competitors. Okay. So you can compare your organization with at least 2 competitors, like the way here we have done. So this is our organization. This is competitor A, competitor B. So in terms of the first need, we are at 3, and another competitor, they are, I think the 2 competitors are, one is at 1 and another one is at 3. So you can have a quick look, and competitor A is most of the time lower than us. Competitor B, in some needs, they are able to satisfy better, and maybe customers find them better in some of those needs. How, for example, competitor B, in terms of I need to be able to place the orders using different technologies. Customer B is better than us. Okay. And if you remember, this was very, very important. Most important was percentage of customer desired technology support. That is one of the most important CTQs when I'm ordering online. Then I do a technical evaluation also. As compared to the customers, what is my performance in terms of CTQs? Percentage of customer desired technologies, how I am placed against competitor A and B. So you can see that you are a little bit lower. So these are the ratings 1 to 5. You are a little lower than other competitors. Okay. Maybe you are able to satisfy just 60% or 70%, but others are doing it 80% or 90%. Then other CTQs also, you can see your comparison, and then you can determine a strategy. See, you don't have to compare with each and every CTQ with each and every competitor. You can't be number 1 in everything. So you decide you want to be number 1 in which area, and accordingly you'll decide your technical specifications, the targets for that technical specifications. So what we have decided, this is very, very important, and I want to surpass the competitors. So my target would be 100%, means percentage of customer desired technology supported is 100%, means whatever the customer want, whatever the if the customer wants a particular technology, I would be able to support. So if there are 7 technologies which the customer want to be supported, I would support all the 7 technologies, and that's what my strategy is. So I've given all the targets for all the CTQs, and Then finally, the last room, the 7, the roof, we call it as roof. Here, the roof means, see, sometimes the two CTQs might be supporting each other, or sometimes they may not be supporting each other. Say, for example, percentage of customer desired technology supported, and then another is number of process steps. So number of process steps, they should be as low as possible. That's what the customer wants. But if I want to increase the number of customer desired technologies which are being supported by us, sometimes it might increase the number of process steps also. So they are actually not supporting each other. So if I try to reduce the number of steps, number of technologies will reduce, but I want to increase that. And if I want to increase the number of technologies which are supported, then the number of steps will increase. So there's a uh, we have to be a little careful while designing, and this tells us that while you're trying to increase the number of customer desired technologies, just be careful about the number of process steps. Similarly, here, if I take the example of percentage of information completed, order status accessible by customer, if I increase that, simultaneously it will also increase the percentage of historical information not requiring the re-entry. So they are supporting each other. So this is a plus sign. And these two are not supporting each other. So there's a minus sign. And then these two are highly supporting each other. So this is a plus sign, and for this also they are supporting each other. But number of hours access is available, and number of technology supported. More the technology supported, more is the number of hours accessible. So both are supporting each other. So that completes our uh, quality function deployment, and this is how QFD is done. So finally, a QFD or a house of quality looks like that, and it is very much used to design any new product or any new process.